Hi, and welcome to CSCMP's Member Mondays. I'm your host, Timothy Pajak, and I'm the Membership Engagement Manager here at CSCMP. We're pleased to have Roni Lerma, a board member of the CSCMP Houston Roundtable, as our guest. Roni, welcome.
Thank you, Tim. Thanks for having me.
I look forward to our conversation. I want to start by hearing first how you got involved with CSCMP. Tell us a little bit about that.
I got involved last October while being in transition. And one of the things that is that the local um, groups uh, like to really push upon are getting involved in your subject matter and becoming a viable resource. And after doing some researching online, I came to CSCMP and have enjoyed it ever since.
And how did you first get involved in supply chain?
Actually, I've always been in supply chain since really my first real job. I started as a supporting a purchasing unit supervisor, and then went to um, order distribution. I've gone into international logistics, sourcing. A sourcing officer to now I'm having a contract role as a corporate buyer.
And you're working in a career transition though as well, right? Um,
Yes.
so tell us a little bit about. I know there's probably some hiring managers out there, and other CSCMP members who might be able to make some connections. So might as well learn about what kind of role you're targeting, the companies you're looking at.
My okay, I will give you my elevator speech. So I am a seasoned supply chain professional and looking for something as a supply chain manager or a sourcing manager in a mid-size privately held organization. Industry is not specific, but I definitely would like to stay away from oil and gas, but I am open to it as well.
What's the biggest challenge you faced in some of your supply chain roles?
Force majeure. That has been the biggest thorn in supply chain professionals' lives within the last couple of years. We have gone through dealing with constrained raw materials where uh, just everything is changing faster than we're able to keep up at sometimes. And what I like about the silver lining of the current condition is more people are aware of what supply chain, but they always tend to think grocery stores. Oh, you mean why we don't have XYZ on the shelves on a consumer level? And I'm like, that's it. You just worry about whatever not being on the shelf, and you get me to the people that you need to speak to, and I'll handle the rest, is what I tell people when they're trying to help me.
How about problems you've solved, or proud, whatever your proudest career accomplishment is?
So, well, one of many would be when I was working the Nigeria account in an international logistics capacity. The volume of the specialty chemical that was being exported there was very small, but that particular account only handled the majors, and I was able to get them a favorable rating on their scorecard, which they weren't able to achieve prior to that. And I don't know if it's remained since, but just giving that extra effort and the service really did help the ultimately the end user. So it's always the thing that is the smallest or that doesn't have the visibility that it needs, that you realize after the fact the importance of just delivery on time with everything. It's easy to do when it has high visibility, but it's the things that are behind the scenes or that are the smaller quantities that also get noticed as well.
And in terms of member benefits, tell us what are some things you've taken advantage of to assist in your career growth?
Well, I definitely jumped on being a part of the mentorship program and have aligned myself with the um, an individual. His name is Chris Pride. Love him to death. He is the greatest because we are able, our two styles complement one another so well that I can give him scenarios and let him know where my mindset is. Before you know it, we have a game plan in place for me. Uh, what are next steps? What's needed? It's just a real give and take situation, and I truly appreciate that.
All right, Ronnie, that's all the time we have today. Thank you so much for your membership and your continued service with CSCMP. Appreciate you joining us for this edition of Member Mondays.
Thank you. Glad to be here.